they need, that we then as America can usher. We brought with us today one of the senior people on the staff of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee for Senator Shaheen. Roy is here
excuse
someplace.
me. How?
Let me finish a statement. And you know, part of Lebanese hospitality is calm down. Take a breath. I'm not going anywhere. I'm happy to answer these questions. But give me a break. I'm not the enemy. So the answer on all these things, the pieces of that puzzle, are really in the hands of the Lebanese government, which is complicated, right? There's so many pieces of it. But until we get unanimity, there's nothing that America can do to usher that process through. That's all we're trying to do, is to usher it quickly while this region is recasting itself.
First difference between American approach and Lebanese approach or Lebanese response?
Well, it's a document. We had 15 points, which were all the things that you know. The Lebanese response was very responsible of some of the things that we missed, some of the clarifications of things that they feel that they need that are different from what we asked, but all within the ballpark of where we're trying to go. Is what's a resolution of all these things on a diplomatic basis, on an LAF basis, on a Council of Ministers basis? How do we blend all these? How do you bring back life to the South? How do you handle this issue with Israel? How do you get everybody to stand down and say, yes, we have trust and confidence, and there's some mechanism that's going to monitor this? How do you monitor it? And how do you pay for it?
How and who will intervene if the Lebanese government fails to resolve the issue of Hezbollah's weapon?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
How and who will intervene if the Lebanese government fails to resolve the issue of Hezbollah weapon?
Well, today there's nobody who's going to intervene or resolve it. Look, Hezbollah, is Hezbollah a political party in Lebanon? Anybody? So what, do you think America or France or Great Britain are going to come in and resolve a political party in a sovereign country? It's not going to happen. That's your problem. You figure it out. Could you slow down and take the microphone, please? The world wants to hear what you're saying.
During this dialogue and this new era in the region, what the Israeli side will give in return to Lebanon?
I think both countries are trying to give the same thing. The notion of a stand-down agreement, of the cessation of hostilities, and a road to peace. My honest feeling is the Israelis do not want war with Lebanon. They're not parasitic. They have no desire to take over Lebanon. They have respect for the same Levantine culture that we've all had. And it's been a nightmare on both sides for both countries. Everybody's tired of it. And you have an opportunity, thanks to the President of the United States, who had a heroic moment for Israel and what he did with Iran. So you have Israel at a moment where they're listening to say, what can we now do in return to show the world that we are patient, that we also have an interest in our neighborhood softening the effect of it. And I think they're sincere at that. So I think that's what's happening. But the problem is a little bit different, right? Why is Syria is amazing? Because Syria went from absolute chaos in an afternoon to hope of the world standing behind Syria and starting to rebuild it. Why? Because it started from zero. What's the difficulty with Lebanon? Is it's not starting from zero. So how can you be left behind? You can't be left behind. And Syria is not parasitic either. They're trying to rebuild. They don't have any of the things that you have.
And how accurate is the information saying that Syria and Israel, the agreement between Syria
The dialogue has